Have you opened the document now?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm seeing, or what I was seeing, was the files, but not the document. So you will have.
All right. So let me try again. And compartir pantalla. And okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah, just a second, please. I'm trying to look for. Okay. Can't believe it. Okay. Yes.
So this is use of discourse analysis to enhance students' critical thinking skills. Along the way, they talk about higher order thinking skills. And what's nice about this is a Universidad del Norte.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I see, is an article or a book?
Esa revista del Instituto de Estudios en Educación Universidad del Norte. Can you see this?
Can I see the abstract, please?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. That somehow we found this one to be very connected in the sense that we would like to use critical thinking, critical discourse analysis to improve students' higher order thinking skills.
Not really. That's not what you want. In the question that you had, what you want to see is the if the teacher's discourse allows students to develop critical thinking and higher order skills, right?
Right.
But you are not making an intervention, right? You are not going to design any type of activities, right?
Right.
What you can see here is that the teachers in this article, they did some interventions in which they could apply critical discourse analysis, so they could see if the students, through reading activities, they could develop those higher order skills, right? But what you're looking for is analyzing teachers' discourse through CCDA, Critical Classroom Discourse Analysis. Maybe this article can help you with some concepts, okay, for the theoretical framework, such as, because here I can say initially we briefly outlined some concepts of critical thinking and critical discourse analysis. So maybe in this article they can give you some references, right, for the theoretical framework. But I'm not sure if this will help. Let me see that part that you had highlighted where it says the main purpose. No, I think it was in the previous page. It said the main purpose there. You see, the main purpose of this paper is to propose the use of critical discourse analysis to enhance a students' critical thinking skills. So the teachers in this article, they were doing some activities based on critical discourse analysis, which is not the one. Critical discourse analysis is your research methodology, right? Actually, you are not going to intervene in the classroom. You're just going to observe and record some interactions. That's the other thing, the only thing that you're going to do. I found some articles. Let me see. I don't remember really. I don't think I download them. Let me just...
I'm going to try and show you another one, okay?
Okay.
So,
but
please,
that one that you have can be used for what was it, for the theoretical framework, as it could give you some concepts,
How about this, teacher? Maybe this one. Maybe this one can help. Can you see it?
Okay, just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, can you go scroll down, please?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait,
This
wait,
is
wait, wait,
Universidad.
go. I know the authors.
Oh, you do?
All of them. Wilder Escobar studied with me in the masters. Harold Castañeda, he was my thesis advisor in the class
Wow.
in the masters. Edgar and Carolina studied with me as well.
Wow, super.
Actually, I think I have the book.
So maybe this one is all about explaining.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Okay, this one actually explains what discourse analysis is in the classroom and like the different methods to do that. And what I like about this one is like this first like introduction to chapter. It talks about classroom language viewed as discourse, discourse
Yes.
analysis in general education, and discourse analysis in foreign and second language education. So basically that this one could actually help us out.
This one, right? Maybe, I don't know. Oh no, this is another one. Same guy. Okay. So that one.
So I was telling you that these ones, look at these ones.
Yes.
So this one, discourse analysis in foreign and second language educational settings. Settings, could be the one that we're looking for.
Yes.
And here, doing research on classrooms interactions, it could also help.
Yes.
So let's go to chapter.
Well, go scroll up first so we can see the whole content, because there you can find. Okay.
So
Wait.
chapter 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that is all the. Yes. Okay.
Chapter 2.
Grammatical rules of do. Okay, wait. Okay, the second chapter could help you with theoretical framework as well. Look, that he says there they have theoretical frameworks, so they will define some concepts, research design as well, and how to analyze, like do in speech markers and conversation fillers. That might help you to start analyzing data when we collect it. Hello, Alejandra. Okay, now go to chapter 3, please. The first part, language classroom interaction, might help you because I haven't read it. Language classroom interaction on types of interaction that occur in classes. Like if it is only teachers, students, or a student's teacher, right?
All right.
Okay. Chapter 4. Okay, therefore one is a study, right? So now it is applied and it says a critical analysis to classroom discourse. It deals more with identity.
Yes, maybe this is not what we really want.
But
Chapter,
probably theoretical framework, you can have some good authors or quotations about discourse, okay?
I'm gonna go to chapter 1, right?
Okay.
Can I?
And I'm going to send you in the chat a link that I found, right? This is ResearchGate. And probably you can check it and download it. It is all about critical classroom discourse analysis.
How do you download it? Okay. Thank you, teacher. How about this part of chapter 1?
Yep. That might help you a lot with the theoretical framework, but you will probably have to find more examples of actual research that have been done. Critical classroom. With this approach. Yeah, but that will help.
Okay, so I'm gonna close this one.
And show me the other ones. And I'm sure I saw more. I don't know why I didn't download them. Let's see if I can check something here.
Am I sharing?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. How about this one?
Yeah. Okay. Let me check the abstract, please. Wait. Go. Sorry. Scroll up.
Bless you.
Thank you. Where it says abstract, please. Okay, there. Okay, once again, it is the students who are developing the classroom, the discourse, right? So you will have to look for teachers discourses.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and show you another one.
But as I said before, I mean, those will help you with theoretical framework because they will sure have concepts.
I like this one. Let's see if
Is it the same one I sent you? Probably it is.
is it?
I think so.
Let me check.
Perfect. That one will help you to understand what critical discourse analysis is and methodology, how to apply it. I think it's the same one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I found this one is about interaction between students, teacher and students, patterns of interaction. Okay, so I'm sending in the chat. I am sure I
Which Revista Distrital, yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's Edgar Lucero again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, they are working a lot on discourse analysis. What was the other? Profile.
Okay.
Read the article, the article, not the abstract, and see if it will help you.
Okay, this research project focuses on identifying and describing the interactional patterns and the speech acts that emerge and are maintained through teacher-student interaction in a university level. This work also analyzes how these patterns potentially influence participants' interactional behavior. What interactional patterns emerge and how they are structured interaction between the teacher and the students? And how can the utterances that compose the interactional patterns potentially influence both interactants' interactional behavior? Yes, it's about how the interactions, the patterns affects the actual behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So actually, you might find there the type of questions that teachers pose, right?
Okay. Teacher, I want to go back to the research question. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get this right. So, how do teacher discourses foster the development of high order thinking skills in first grade students?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the question we have.
Mm-hmm.
And describe how teachers discourses foster the development of high order thinking skills. So what we are doing here is number one, understanding the type of discourses, the patterns,
Mm-hmm.
and then connecting or linking those patterns of discourse to how they develop or help develop high order thinking skills, right? And how can we actually make the connection?
When you start observing the patterns of interaction, right, the type of questions or the type of language in general that the teachers use and how students respond, you can say if the students' responses are, if they are achieving critical or higher order thinking skills or not, right? If not, maybe it is because of the type of question that was posted, yeah, by teachers, or because actually students are not interested enough in developing those skills, or probably the type of interactions that are occurring in the classroom are not helping students to develop that because the class is focused on just learning structures, for example, and they don't ask for students' opinion or construction of meaning.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, when you start reading more about this, you can find other ways of approaching your research question. Yeah, so that's why every time that we read more and more, we can reshape the question. Even at the end of the research, when you have the data collected and stuff, you can go back to the research question and say, okay, I'm going to change this because it makes more sense in this way.
Okay.
Identity from Discord is available. Do you have any other?
Let me check. No, what I have is basically articles stating that thinking skills are developed by okay, maybe this one as theoretical framework here. I mean, here they explain what is higher order questioning. So like the type of questions, can you see, teacher?
Yes.
Like what type of questions are the ones that actually foster higher order thinking skills?
Exactly. So this is your theoretical framework to start analyzing the questions that teachers post. Are those questions close to this?
Okay.
Okay.
Here, look at this. There's a part of the article that I highlighted. Questions can be ranked, ordered according to the level of thought required for answering it. For instance, lower order or higher order, low cognitive, high cognitive, convergent, divergent questions. Higher order questions are those which require learners to manipulate information with high level cognitive processes such as application, analysis, creation, and evaluation. While lower order questions are those which ask for knowledge and comprehension. So maybe here is, once we record and analyze the type of questions, we can classify the questions teacher are asking, divided into lower order and higher order. Yes?
Yes.
And here is the different levels. But basically, this is what somehow could help us out concentrating on questions, you know, because we said instructions, questions, and what else? And I'm sorry, uh, instructions, questions, and classroom language. So what I found here specifically about that is how questions and how different types and levels of questions do somehow foster higher or lower. And Marzano, for instance, he revised Bloom's taxonomy, and there are, or he describes these different levels. Okay, so this could actually help us out identifying that.
Exactly.
And here's the conceptual framework. And what I liked about this is, for example, we're talking about first graders, right? And the way it starts here is nice, because then some people believe that because students in first grade don't have the proficiency of a language yet, they cannot be elicited as for higher order thinking skills. What it says here is higher order questioning alone may not necessarily be able to elicit longer and more sophisticated responses. Look at this interaction. Wait time is crucial element allowing learners to produce appropriate responses. So maybe one of the things, we don't know, but maybe one of the things that we can find is that in the classroom, teacher is asking questions and students are not given the wait time. So it's just question and answer. So it's like not so much about the question or the type of question, but what happens between the teacher asks the question and the student has to answer. Yes. There is no thinking time.
Perfect. And that makes me think that probably we don't really need critical classroom discourse analysis to analyze it, but probably you can just do it with conversation analysis, which is actually in that article that I sent you from Distrital. Edgar Lucero talks about conversation analysis, so you might want to look at it, to look at the methodology he used, and as well in the book that you show me.
Yes.
I am quite sure that Edgar Lucero, I think he wrote chapter 2, if I am not wrong. He might talk about the same thing, conversation analysis, right? And how to identify those patterns that we are actually looking for with this conceptual framework.
So maybe we could focus on, okay, the types of only types of questions, and the patterns when teachers are asking the questions, and what's the wait time, what's the how to assign the question to a student, like those things. What it says here is it is possible that even posing a higher order question with a sufficient wait time, learners might not be able to produce sophisticated responses. And wait, I like something else that I highlight. I'm sorry. Here. Higher order questions have a positive effect on students' achievements in ESL, EFL classrooms. So as a theory, the higher order questioning could help students become better learners of the language, or at least they suggest positive effects. So that would be somehow the rationale on why we are interested in analyzing, because we want our students, we want to provide more positive effects on the ESL, EFL classroom. So maybe this could be a technique.
I agree. And you see that every time that you find more information, you start thinking how to use it and what to change.
All right.
Have a look at conversation analysis. That might help.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I have it. Okay, now I. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
When are you sending me the paper?
I mean, with this new approach, I guess. Well, today is Thursday.
Well, it's not necessary to include yet all of this, all of the literature review, no? I need to check the statement of the problem, the questions, the objectives, and the rationale.
Alrighty, but you know what? Yes, yes. So is Thursday too late?
No, it is not. But
The thing is,
I mean, if you don't have ready all the things of the literature review, don't worry. But I need to check the statement and the rationale.
But you know what? In the light of actually this part here, the effect of higher order questioning, especially for the EF classroom, I guess the statement of the problem could change and make it easier. I mean, not easier, more clear.
Okay.
Yes, the type of questions.
Alejandra?
Yes,
Alejandra? Sorry.
Is we can find more information about the types of questions. Thinking skills, and is better sharing our central topic.
Right. So I guess in general terms, if we take, if we take this, where is it? Okay, this one. How questions can be rank ordered according to lower order and higher order, and then the implications as for the type of questions and the wait time. And then if we just refer to here, the effects of higher order questioning in the ESL, that they have positive effects, maybe that could be the statement of the problem.
Remember that the statement of the problem deals with the lack of information, probably, that you have about something in those classes.
Okay.
Right? Or the necessity that you observe, or why you are interested on that. Whereas the rationale will give us the support on why is it important to research on that topic. So I would say that what you are saying is more the rational part, yeah?
Okay.
Like, is it like you're justifying, right, that teachers should use higher order questions?
Yes.
Because that will improve this and this and this and this, right? So I'll say that is more the rationale than the statement of the problem. The statement of the problem is the lack of information you have about that in the classroom, the type of questions that you usually observed, right? Or even how you feel about your own practice, like what type of questions you pose to students as first grade teachers.
All right, fantastic. So I if Alejandra agrees, Thursday could be perfect, and I'm sure that we can include the some of the references.
Okay. Okay. If I found more articles, I would send them to you. Okay.
Teacher, thank you so very much. Okay.
See you
next. Thank you. Goodbye.
Tuesday. Bye bye.
On Thursday. Okay. Fantastic.
Tuesday. So we'll see you. I'll see you next Tuesday, but you're sending the document.
Oh yes, we're sending this on Thursday, but we will see again on Tuesday.
Yeah. Send it through the forum, please.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Chapter 3 forum. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hi, Diana and Leonardo. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Fine. And yourself?
Good, good.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
With my frogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. Okay. So, did you check my comments?
Yes, teacher. I was doing your suggestions about all the grammar corrections, and I have to finish to read about the rice, and we are correcting of them.
Okay, because I'm going to show you something.
I'm gonna put it on mute.
Okay.
I would like you to check the APA reference, well, the APA style, and how to quote or make in-text citations, right? Because what I could see was that most of the RAEs or the literature review that you have is copy and paste of the original article, which at the beginning is good if you don't understand how APA works, right? Because you can say, well, but I am quoting, I am saying there that I took it from this, and this is the article, and even you have the link where the document is, where you can find the document, right? So you might think, oh, well, we are not actually making plagiarism. But the thing is that, I don't know if you can see this, we have this Turnitin. I don't have babies or frogs, but I have a cat. Thank you.
And it's hungry.
And this software help us to see if the document is original or not, right?
Yeah, teacher. Actually, last module with Seminario Profundización, we were learning about Turnitin, and we have working about this.
Great. So you know it.
And so, teacher, I use it at school.
Perfect. So you know how it works. Great. So now you understand that if I put your document here in Turnitin, it would say that exactly the same words were used in this and this and this document.
Yes.
Right? So what you have to do with all the lit review is to paraphrase, right? So in this document or in this article, the researchers were trying to this and this and this, right? Instead of just copying what they said, right? Or even you can, well, you have to check APA, because I am not really sure of how many words you can quote like directly with quotation marks, right? Because they have some rules. If it is more than, I don't remember, if it is 40 words, you will have to make it in a separate paragraph or something like that, right? But the idea is not to have just those long quotations, right? The idea is to try to paraphrase, explain what you have. So for example, the part where you have, how this relates to our study is well written because it is your own words, right? So I understand that you cannot write your own words in the literature review, in all the literature review, because actually that's what you're trying to tell us, but it has been done, right? But it is a good idea to paraphrase, right? And quote. Otherwise, it would give us a high percentage of similar words, and that is not good.
Yes, but that mistake was in the rise of the description of the review literature, because we did that. I'm really honest. We copied and pasted from, I think it's from the introduction of the article. Has that the same mistake. That's why I'm checking checking all of them.
Exactly. And as I said before, it is not something that you made on purpose. I am sure about that. I'm sure that you don't want to commit plagiarism, but it's just so common that it happens when we start writing, because we don't
Yeah.
really understand how the APA works and all of those rules. But yeah, well, actually you are safe in the sense that you are now reviewing, and actually the document is well written, it's clear enough, right? So it wasn't difficult to read it. You have some suggestions more than, I would say, corrections, right? So it's just more suggestions about what to include or what to change in the statement of the problem and the rationale, but in general terms it was very clear.
Yeah.
So I think you've done a great job, and I think you will be able to finish the project really soon.
Okay, teacher.
Wait. Okay. You are not going to design activities, no? It is just perceptions, teachers and students' perceptions. Therefore,
Yes.
what we'll have to do is to start thinking about the type of instruments that you are going to apply, well, as well as the theoretical framework and stuff like that, because I think you will have to apply interviews, teachers and students interviews, and probably make some classroom observations where we can see, where you can go and actually see how ICT works during classes. Because one thing is what teachers and students said, and the other is what is really happening in the class, right? So the teacher might say, no, it works perfectly, but when you go to the class and observe the maybe students are not motivated to speak, because you're focusing on speaking, right? They are not motivated to speak, I don't know, because they find the topic boring, or the ICTs that they were using in that class weren't just the appropriate, right? So, and we have to cross the findings in at least 2 instruments. Yeah, we cannot base just on interviews. We need to combine, right, with another instrument that verifies or contradicts what we find in each of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have?
I think it's more qualitative than quantitative. Yes.
Diana, can you repeat that, because I couldn't catch it? It is more what?
In this moment, I have the question is, well, my thoughts in this moment are about we are doing more qualitative than quantitative research.
Definitely, yeah.
So
because the type of questions on interview,
our instrument is about la entrevista semiestructurada.
Yes, semi-structured interviews, yeah. And I would suggest classroom observation. So field notes.
About how many classroom observations?
How many teachers did we agreed on? Like 5, you said?
Well, we had originally said 5 because there's 5 in the English department.
I would say that per teacher you can observe 4 classes or 3, but make sure that that day they are going to use ICTs.
Okay.
Yeah, because, well, that's what your project is focused on. So you talk to the teachers, and if because Leonardo, I'm guessing you are the one who is going to do the observations, right? As well as the interviews, right?
Yes.
So as this is actually group work, and you are not the only researcher in this, I suggest to video record the classrooms and the interviews. So then you can have, or you can give Diana, Leonardo, and
Juan.
Juan the recordings, and they can transcribe if it is the
Okay.
interviews, yeah, because otherwise it's going
Yes.
to be just crazy for you to do all of the analysis, right? And if the teachers, students, and parents agree, you can video record the classes, so your partners can also help you with the field notes, right? Now, what I would suggest is audio or video record the interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it has to be you because you're the one that is in the school, right?
Yes.
So you're going to have like probably 5 interviews to teachers, and then how many students we said? We haven't decided.
Diana, what did we say? 5 per group?
Yes.
5 per group, so that means 25 students plus 5 teachers. That would be 30 interviews, right? Audio
Yes.
or video record the interviews and give them to Diana, Leonardo, and Juan, so they can transcribe them. And you focus on the
And Sebastián.
Sebastián.
Yes.
And you can focus on Leonardo, you can focus on field notes. So you go and observe the classes and take notes, because it's better to do it on the moment, because probably in the video recording you can lose some information. Probably the camera or the audio is not working very well, so probably a student said something and you couldn't catch it, right? So it is better if you go to the classroom and observe and make the diary, the field notes, in that very moment, right? But the interviews would be Diana, Juan, and Sebastian. I mean, the other 3 will have the responsibility of transcribing the interview.
Sebastián.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, that is like the last step.
Mhm.
Or that's probably the first step for the second semester. So, but just for you to know if you can start doing those things,
Okay.
or at least the preparations. No, okay, when I am going to observe how many classes, the schedule, because they might have class at the same time as you, so you will have to find spaces to do that, right? And
The instrument we have to show you this semester, or yeah?
I think it's the next semester then.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about theoretical framework? Or something that you want to show me?
No, there's more like a, to be honest with you, Diana, tell her. There's more like a rough, I mean, the setup is mentally done but we haven't really had, to be honest with you, the time. Well, some of us I'm finishing the school year, and and we having our IB exams, and that's chaos. So that has been really the problem. We gotta be honest.
Calendar B?
Yes.
Okay, so you're sure that next year you can have the same courses, right?
Yeah, well, next year I have the same course. My 11th grade goes with me. The ones that we have 11th grade, continue with them with 12th. The ones that have 7th grade, continue with them with 8th grade. And the ones that have 8th grade, the ones that have, and that's it. Those are the groups that go up right now.
You won't have any troubles.
No.
Okay, right.
Actually, Leonardo almost forgot to subscribe to Saber Protest.
Oh my God, really?
I just sent Jorge the email. I've been seriously, I've been busy.
That's crazy, Leonardo, please. Because then you have everything ready and no Saber Pro.
Imagine that.
Okay, so
Well, I was checking off the current about your suggestions until Friday. I had my practicum last Saturday, and then I have a short travel to Pereira visiting my son because now he's living over there. Arrived this morning at 5 a.m. and running away to this university to be on time, so almost died for today.
oh God. But yes, you survived. You have another day.
Yeah. Well, today I was checking about more references for write in appropriate way our framework because we're going to
Have you checked the links that I sent?
that. Yeah, and I read it a lot. Today was reading, checking references, for starting to write. I think tomorrow or Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, because it's a really long a lot of things to read.
Because there are lots of things about writing, not so many in speaking, right? That is one of the things that you said, no? So
yeah,
that could be also interesting to show in the paper that you have done research, but there is not really a lot of information on the impact of ICTs on speaking, but just or more on writing. I'm sending through the chat one of
okay.
what is it? A link to some of the documents, and most of them are on writing. So if you want to have a look.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
And let me see if I have more here. So I can send you. I'm sharing, right? I'm sharing the screen with you. Yes or no? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sharing.
Yes, teacher. Yeah, yes. We're seeing in Colombian Applied Linguistics Journal.
Exactly. Look. Oral skills. Look.
Blended learning. Really interesting.
Look. Writing.
Yeah.
So that might help. So look, if I'm going to send you this other link. So when can I have the second version of the paper?
I think for Friday.
Yeah, for Friday.
Okay, please send it through the forum.
Forum, right.
Okay, so.
Okay.
So, and when you send it, please send me a message on WhatsApp or through Moodle. Teacher, the document is there. Okay?
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And if you have any questions? Well, I'm there. I'll be
okay,
there
not.
for you. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you, teacher.
Okie dokie. Bye bye. See you next Tuesday.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Hi, Juanita and Ingrid.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You belong to the group, to Carlos and Diana's group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you check what I sent you on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
I don't know how my memory works, really. I don't know. I just remember.
Yeah. We
everything.
share with you what we have been working on, and you explain us the difference between the statement of the problem and the rational.
Uh-huh.
And you told us that they're like mixed.
Wait,
I mean,
there was a mix?
no, that we have like a confusion, and that what we made as a statement of the problem was
Uh-huh.
action the rational
Uh-huh.
and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Just
So
give me a
we
minute.
changed that.
I need more water. I'm going for more water, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were saying?
You explain us the difference between the rational and the statement of the problem, and you told us that we had a confusion about that. So we changed the order,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we already work on some of the framework
Mm-hmm.
for today. Uh, Carlos is going to send you the file.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right here. So let me
You
open
can
my
send it
file.
through the forum if you want. Um, have you found articles about your topic?
Yeah, a lot, a
Mm-hmm.
lot. There are a lot of authors that talk about the importance of games in early childhood, and it's very interesting. But it's a really wide subject
Mm-hmm.
to research, and so we have a lot of work to do. I
Uh,
don't know if I can share my screen with you.
of course. I'm sharing a one article that I just found. It might be helpful for you.
Thank you.
So if you want to check it, it's the last one, Revista Subdistrital. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can now share your screen.
Okay, let me see how I do it. Share screen. Do you see the work right now?
No.
Nope. Let me share this. Share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know if I read it, you read it, or we just like started with a few pages, just two of them, and we have a lot of
But that's the
literature.
theoretical framework, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Can
And we,
you scroll up, please?
yeah, sure.
In the beginning. Okay, great. Do you mind consider starting the chapter by saying like this chapter deals with the concepts and theories that
Oh,
frame this study. We will mention this, and this.
okay.
Okay, so that
Okay.
we have a structure. Okay.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
Last 20 years we have the. Mhm. Okay. Scroll down now, please. Okay, scroll down. You're making sure that everything is cited as the APA style recommends, right?
Well, I'm not pretty sure. I'm familiar with APA sixth edition, but um, I did my best actually.
Yeah, because what I was explaining to the other groups is that we have Turnitin in the university,
Yeah.
right? So all the last document that you're going to hand in will go over the process of Turnitin. And
I used Turnitin at school with my
okay, great.
students.
So you know it. So you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Plagiarism is not an option.
exactly. So
Actually, I did a lot of paraphrasing because I was citing the things, but it's not like copied or anything like that.
perfect. Yeah, perfect because well, that would be a huge problem.
Don't worry.
And
I'm going to go through Turnitin tomorrow. I didn't have any time today at school, but I will. So, because I don't know if you have like a percentage, because it always goes like 15 or 18, because it has like a, I mean, it takes some things like they're copied, but they're not. They're cited.
also even you can, if you have Turnitin, you can do the exercise before sending me the document.
Yeah, I will. I will do it tomorrow.
Can you scroll down, please? Okay, good. What other concepts have you thought to include?
It's a wide topic, as I told you. At first, I was like scared of going through the psychology part of it, but I have like a friend of mine who did his master degree on this. He's a psychologist, so he's going to help me a little bit to help us.
Okay.
So I don't know if there is like a year of the literature taken, like don't take any literature before, I don't know, 2000, or is it okay to?
Well, it's just that it is not that old, right? But there are some authors that are not, I mean, that despite the fact that they wrote in 1997, 1998, they are very, they were widely used, right? So,
Okay. I'm not very familiar with psychologists, so I'm like looking everywhere in every database I know to get as much articles.
I gave you some
Or
links, so remember that, right? I gave
yeah,
you some links, so maybe you can check there.
I don't know if How long should it be?
At least 6 articles that talk about well, the use of games, the role of culture and social skills, the role of languages in very young learners.
I found a lot of phonemes and phonological studies on this, but I don't know if it was too much.
Yeah, phonological I think is too far from what we are doing, because it's basically more, we are not that interested on kids learning English as such, but as recognizing different cultures, being aware that there is other ways of thinking that can be expressed by languages. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is not the idea to go on phonetics or things like that.
Okay, because there's a lot about that. So, what else? And how many pages or I don't know.
There is not limit actually, but at least for the literature review, which is different from the theoretical framework, right? That's clear?
No, I'm not really clear about that.
Okay, the literature review, and I don't know what I'm going to show you. Can you please stop sharing your documents? I can't share.
Share. No. Yep.
Okay, let me look for examples. I'm looking for the file. Okay.
Okay.
This is one of the projects. Last year, some students did this. Well, you have the abstract, you have the title of the problem, stuff and stuff, then you have introduction, then you have statement of the problem, right? The description of the problem.
Yeah.
Then you have the research question, objectives, the rationale, and then you have the lead review.
Okay.
Yeah, the lead review is previous research that have been done about the same topic you are researching on. So that's why I said look for articles that deal with the role of games on children's social skills development or culture development or even language development, right? Look for articles that deal with cultural awareness or social skills, right? And if you can, that are or that were applied to little kids, yeah, because it's closer to your context. So, for example, this group was working on the effect of computer-assisted language learning. So they were working with ICTs, basically, yeah.
Yep.
So they found, for example, this. Presencia de las tecnologías de información y comunicación en el aula de inglés en secundaria, right? And this is the way you have to present it. So it's the author, the reference, type of document. Then you have to provide a description of that article, what the researchers did, what was the problem, what were the objectives, well, the methodology they use, right? what were the conclusions of the study, right? And at the end, bueno, este no lo tiene, va. At the end, or a paragraph that says how this article relates to your own research. Okay? And that's why I'm saying it should be at least 6. So look, we have literature review number 2. They follow the same thing, conclusions, description, etc. Number 3, number 4. I think they have 4. And then they have theoretical framework, which is different, right? The theoretical framework is what they say here. In order to approach the main questions, it is necessary to and this is what they are going to deal with. Learning theories, autonomous learning, teaching strategies, among others. So they describe learning theories, they describe, because they need it, right? They described what autonomous learning was, because that was their topic, if ICTs could influence or impact on autonomous learning. They described motivation as well, intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, what is computer-assisted language learning, right? And all of this. Those are the definitions, the concepts. Yeah.
So what I just wrote could be like a general overview in the theoretical framework? Okay. Thank you. Can you share with us this article, this work?
Not really, because, well, what you can do is go to Repositorio in the university website, in Biblioteca. In the database, there are lots of theses for students. So I'm guessing this one it's already in Repositorio because it was presented last year. But here, and in the platform, I don't know if I'm sharing. I don't think so. No, sorry, this one. Here, right?
Yep.
You have in presentation.
Yeah.
You have the structure of the document, right? This one, graduation paper, project paper.
Okay.
Yeah, that will give you the structure. And in units, in chapter 3, you have literature review examples, literature review dissertation guidelines, online resources, guía de proyecto, in which you can find the differences, or some websites where you can find information about the statement of the problem, rational, theoretical framework, literature review.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You have been out very helpful.
Send me the document in here, the chapter 3 forum.
Okay, we'll take it on Turnitin tomorrow, and we will share it with you.
Okay.
Night, I think.
That's supposed to be shared on the 26th, right?
The 26 is with a theoretical framework, but I need to see the advances on the statement of the problem and the rationale.
That is already done.
We've already had one upload. I think it was on May 4th. That was like with the statement of the problem, right?
May 4, but it was that the same that you showed me that I corrected that we were together, or that's
it is. No, it's the same.
We uploaded with the corrections, yes.
You already did the corrections. So that is on Chapter
Right, Ingrid? Yes, we did the corrections, right?
chapter
No, I think she just told us via WhatsApp like 2 days ago. I think we haven't uploaded the corrections. I'm not sure.
No, no, because that was for May 4th, the first upload that we did.
Yeah, so it doesn't have the
The
corrections.
one that we discussed in the encounter, the one that you weren't able to join. Do you remember that we
Yep.
shared corrections via WhatsApp with you guys?
Yeah, via WhatsApp. Yep.
We made them and then we uploaded the document.
Where did you upload it?
May 4th, I think. That was the first upload that we had to do.
Because the corrections were made on okay, and
Because we're talking about the first corrections, the first one.
okay,
Then
on
2 days ago, you made the corrections, but of the second one, that is
Okay.
which
this
we
is
are.
Carlos Andres, yeah. He sent on marzo 7, right? Yes or no?
Yeah,
El
yes.
encuentro que tuvimos,
Yes.
yeah. And then I send you the this was what you sent, guys, and then I send you the document we worked on the session with the corrections. So I sent,
Yeah.
I said it, please next week send me again the document with the research question, the statement of the problem, and the rationale, right? So like 2 days ago, you sent me a version through WhatsApp, and I read it and I said, okay, please make these corrections.
Okay.
No, and I haven't received anything else.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the document that you have on WhatsApp, plus the corrections, please upload it here in
In the forum?
the forum,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and send
Because
me.
There's a link that says May 4th, so I thought it was in there that we had to upload it.
Yeah, but if you check here, you have made 4, and there is nothing. There is nothing there. Look.
Yes.
Participantes 10, enviados 0, pendientes por calificar 0.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we had this problem that if someone uploaded something, the other group couldn't. But I think
Yes.
we already work on that. So please upload it through chapter 3 forum.
Chapter 3 forum. Okay.
Yeah? And upload it here in Carlos Andrés Restrepo Triana. You sent another. You reply this.
Okay.
Here. Reply.
Okay.
Responder, right? And you send me a message, WhatsApp. Teacher, the document is already on the forum.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Papa?
No, it's all clear now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carlos,
Thank you. No, it's all clear. Thank you.
Okie dokie. So I'll see you next Tuesday, right? When are you going to
Okay.
send me this paper to the forum?
Tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll see you next class.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Bye, Ingrid. Bye, Carlos. Bye, Diana.
Bye, Bonita. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.